We've done a lot of creative things together with the Gladiolus from Gladiolus Gardens, and I thought would be fun for us just to make a simple arrangement that you might put in your house. I know that people sometimes might shy away from glads because they don't feel like it's an everyday flower, but I really do like having them around the house, and I like having them around the house every day. And I don't want you to be afraid of a flower or pigeonhole any flower into a specific spot. I want you to think about, using it for whatever it might be. And you know what? Thanksgiving is coming up. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to take this vase. This is a favorite of mine. It's one of the vases from Accent Decor. It looks like it's carved glass, but it's actually pressed glass. I like that it's a little bit taller, a little bit more elegant. Sits on the credenza really nice in the middle of the room so I can see it from all sides. And I've put dahlias in this. I've put zinnias in it. I've put hydrangeas in it. So I thought, let's put some glads in it today. And I thought these orange glads for Thanksgiving, I love orange just about any time of year. People who love orange as their favorite color, so if that's you, and I'm talking to you right now, are highly creative individuals. It's the least liked of all colors. So it's the least popular. Blue is the most popular, but orange is the least popular. It's also loved by kids who are in third grade. Kids in third grade will almost always tell you that their favorite color is orange because it's a creative flower, and it's also associated with when people are making a change. And so I think it's fun that we're making a change of thought by using glads for everything. And so it'd be great for us to use these orange glads today, again, from Gladiolus Gardens. They've been open for 3 days now, so look at how beautiful they are. When you first saw them in the prep video, they were very tight, okay? But now they're beautiful and they're open, and we're gonna use them in here along with some magnolia foliage from my friends at Fern Trust. So I asked Jenna to send me some magnolia foliage because I had some in the house and I just loved it. And I thought, it's just such a pretty foliage for right this time of year. I mean, probably any time. Again, classic, I shouldn't be pigeonholing, right? So we're going to use our magnolia in here. And I bet this is Bracken's Brown Beauty, probably, with the beautiful back. Little wonderful reverse that's nice and velvety. And again, we're going to start with our structure first in our vase. And this structure is going to allow us to hold our glads in place. Okay. Now, the other great thing about this structure is it would mean that we would need less flowers because our foliage is going to help hold the flowers up in place, and they wouldn't need to depend on each other for stability. So we're going to start with our glads. And look at this little guy is kind of reaching over my shoulder right here. And he wants to grab me. So I'm going to use him first. Look at that. Now, this is also the other thing that I talk about is many times we're going to look at the flowers and let the flowers kind of tell us where they're going to go in the arrangement. And this one is definitely telling me that he wants to come out the side like that. This is one I didn't tip, so I'm going to give him a little tip as I go in there. That's going to encourage him to bloom the rest of those blooms all the way to the end. A tall, straight one like this is telling me that it wants to go to the middle of the arrangement. There we go. And let's see, we'll grab another one over here. So look at just slipping them down in between my magnolia leaves is really going to be helpful. And as I'm cutting these, I'm taking into consideration that I've got the magnolia in there. So I'm cutting the stems a little bit longer so that they'll also stick up above the magnolia and not get all nestled down inside, right? So now the other thing I want to remember is this is going to be seen all around. So the place I'm setting it in my living room, I see it from all sides. So I'm slipping a couple in the back here, and then I'm going to spin it around to you so you can see what I've done back here. So you see what it looks like on that side. Now look at what it looks like on this side. Okay, and so spinning my arrangement and working with it on a turntable like this is super helpful because it allows me to see all sides. Not only is it great for you to be able to see what I'm creating the whole time, but it's also great that you get introduced to a different angle all the time on the arrangement. and you can see what it's going to look like from all sides. So again, remember that I'm having my glads face out no matter what side they're on. I want them facing towards the room. That's going to be super helpful. So let's see, what do I have there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 in there right now. So that would be one bunch. Okay. So I'm going to add a few more because obviously Thanksgiving, you know, I want everything. I want the sweet potatoes. I want the potatoes. I want the dressing. I want the turkey. I want light meat, white meat. I want dark meat. It doesn't matter. I want it all. So my friend Jennifer Pascal, she came and guested on Life in Bloom. And that was one of the things I said, well, do you want this in it? And she said, I want it all, Jay. I want all of it in there. And so that's true. It's true. With these glads, look at how beautiful they are. And again, in my water here, I have used my Chrysal Professional 3. And so that Chrysal Professional 3 in my water is going to ensure that all those blooms open up. Okay. And when I add water, what's interesting is all these glad arrangements I have, the water drops down. Tomorrow it'll be here already. And I want to add water, and I want to make sure that I've added my Chrysal Professional 3 to that water, and I'm topping off with flower food water every time. I get a lot of questions from a lot of people who want to know if they should change the water, dump the water. You don't need to do that when you're using Chrysal Professional 3, okay? Because it's going to keep the water clean, and you won't have to change it. And especially if you remember to remove any debris, leaves or anything that's going to fall below the water line, because that is something that would cause that water to dirty up a little bit. Oh, I think I need one more over here. And I think I'm going to put one more right there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's 16. So what do you think? Should we put 4 more in there so we'd have 2 bunches? Okay, I'm with you. 4 more right here. Now it looked, and you know, it looks great with 10 in there, but let's put 20 in because we can, because we have them. My friend Bonnie, so cute. Just so great sending us these glads so that I could show them to you and we could do some fun things together. And I love that. I love that we've been able to find so many creative projects that we can do. And they're all here on the UBloom channel. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button so that you can make sure you don't miss any videos that I might be putting out. And also make sure that you hit the bell. The bell makes sure that you get a notification every single time I post a new video. So that's important too. You want to be able to make sure you don't miss them, and you want to make sure that you get a notification from our friends at YouTube. So there we go. Now, my final step is always to use my Chrysal Professional 3, or excuse me, my Chrysal Professional Glory. I always use my Chrysal Professional 3, but my Chrysal Professional Glory, and I'm going to mist everybody, front and back, okay, all the way around, so that this anti-transparent is going to help seal the molecular structure of the flowers so that they won't evaporate water as quickly off their face, okay? And that's important because then it's going to last longer, all right? I'm going to take him off our turntable for a second for you. And again, remember we talked about the other day how when we're sticking stems into a vase all the time that we start to push things down in there. So I'm just going to give everybody just a little fluff. It's that little extra fluff at the end. And yeah, it looks great, right? It's pretty. That's a pretty vase of beautiful orange glads from Gladaway Gardens. And I love that. From California to Michigan, here they are and looking great. So I hope you'll think about using glads anytime and for any reason, because these are gorgeous flowers. They're beautiful, and it's a great way for us to have fun with flowers. Glads make it happen. Okay, until next time, keep having fun with flowers.